Judge, the state of Indiana would call Indiana State Police Lieutenant Jerry Holeman, please.
Witness sworn.
Will you state your name, please?
Jerry Holeman, Holeman.
How are you employed?
With the Indiana State Police.
And how long have you been employed with the Indiana State Police?
23 years, 23 and a half years.
And did you go through special training or schooling to become a law enforcement officer?
Yes, I did.
And what are your current duties?
My current duties is my rank is lieutenant and I'm assigned as the Area Investigative Commander. I oversee all criminal investigations over Area 1, which includes Lafayette Post, Peru Post, and the Lowell Post.
I want to take you back to October 13th of 2022. At that time, do you assist in the execution of a search warrant at the home of Richard Allen?
Yes, I did.
And you were assigned to assist?
Yes, supervise.
Supervise? What was your role in that supervisorial capacity at that search warrant on October 13th of 2022?
Initially, I did a walkthrough with the crime scene investigator to make sure that the property, he took photos of how the property was, just in case we damaged something, cut carpet out, cut drywall out, and I did the walkthrough. And then, after that, I was sitting outside, watching.
Let me slow you down a little bit, okay?
Sorry.
You did the initial walkthrough.
Initial walkthrough.
And photographed the house.
Yes.
Did you then talk to Richard Allen?
Yes, I did.
What did you tell Richard Allen?
I told him that if we damaged his property, there was a form that he could fill out, and that we were gonna do our best not to damage it, and if there was a locked box or something like that, we would come to him to get keys.
What was his response?
He said, "It doesn't matter. It's over."
After that, what did you do?
After that, I sat outside the HU's, back where the garage was, and I observed, make sure nobody came in the house while the team of detectives were searching the house.
Did anyone sit in the car with you?
Yes.
Who?
Mr. Allen.
And did Richard Allen say anything to you while you were sitting in the car?
Yes. For the most part, he was really quiet. He got out a couple times to smoke cigarettes. He was sitting in my car cause his wife needed to use the restroom and she went to her place of employment, and he asked me if we.
At some point, did you offer to drive him to his wife?
Yes. I said, if you're concerned about her, I can drive you to the place of employment if you want me to.
And what was his response?
He said, "It doesn't matter. It's over."
After you were complete or after detectives were completed with the search, was Richard Allen free to go?
Yes, he was.
After the search was done, what happened next?
I did another walkthrough to make sure that we didn't damage any property, and then I spoke to Mr. Allen and told him again if he finds any property damage, there's a form that he can fill out and that we'd reimburse to get it taken care of.
After the items were collected from the H home, were you able to view some of those items that were collected?
Yes, I did.
And specifically, were you able to view the .40 caliber firearm that was collected?
Yes.
And do you have that here with you today in court?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, with your permission, I would ask the lieutenant to be able to retrieve that item and display that to the jury.
You may. And has it been marked as an exhibit?
Not yet. I wasn't sure how exactly to mark that, Judge. The box?
Just mark the box.
Okay. Trooper, would you remove the box the firearm is in from the other box? And Trooper, can you tell the identification number on that box?
The state police number is 17 ISPC 001748. The item number is 314.
And do you know that to be the gun that was collected from Richard Allen's house?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the state would move to admit what's been marked as State's Exhibit 276. State's Exhibit 276 offered.
No objection.
All right. Without objection, 276 is admitted.
Lieutenant, I'm gonna ask you to open the box. Trooper Holeman, before you open the box completely, is the box sealed?
Yes.
And is it marked with some identification of who sealed the box?
Yes.
And who sealed the box?
Well, it's been sealed a couple times.
Each time the box is opened, is it resealed?
Yes.
And each time it's resealed, the trooper or law enforcement officer who opened or seals it, do they sign seal?
Yes.
And why do they?
Initials.
I'm sorry.
Initials.
Initialed seal, thank you. And why do they do that?
Just to show that the person that opened it resealed it, then they log it on a PRNR.
To have a good chain of custody?
Yes.
And are you cutting the tape from the last time that you sealed it?
Yes.
And are your initials on that seal from the last time you sealed it?
Yes, they are, JDH. I put the date and then, sometimes I put the date, at least one time, and then JDH on all the seals.
You may continue. Trooper, I'm gonna ask you to open the box. And Trooper, before you display the firearm to the jury, can you ensure that it's cleared for safety purposes?
Yes.
Will you now display it to the jury, please? Thank you, Lieutenant. No other questions, Judge.
Mr. Baldwin.
Thank you, Judge. So by the time you rolled into Richard Allen's house, it was a few hours after his October 13, 2022, videotaped interview, correct?
Yes.
And he was a suspect at that time?
Yes.
And, obviously, because he was a suspect, you would have on a tape recorder at all times so that when it came back later on, maybe a couple years later, you'd be able to play for that jury the words that you said that Richard Allen spoke to you in your vehicle, correct?
No.
You didn't.
No. I wasn't interviewing him. He made comments to me voluntarily.
He was a suspect.
There was a lot of suspects. Yes, he was.
You had one of these on you.
I did.
Tape recorder on that.
There is.
You chose not to tape record it.
Yes.
And he had asserted his innocence a few hours earlier at that videotaped interview, correct?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
And now you guys roll in with a bunch of police cars, block off the street, correct?
I don't think the street was completely blocked off, but we were impeding the flow of traffic, I would say.
At that time, Richard Allen, he knows because in this videotaped interview, he's been accused of killing these girls.
Yes.
And he's aware of that?
I believe so, yes.
It's a couple hours later, right? And his demeanor at the videotaped interview did not look like one that was somebody that had killed anybody, right? Do you agree?
During the interview?
Yeah, the videotaped interview.
I would say demeanor changes, but I wouldn't be able to judge that unless I went back and looked at it, but yeah.
Yeah, looking at the videotaped interview would be a great resource for figuring out what his body language was, and we thought it was to reflect a person that might have killed somebody, correct?
That is correct.
He lived in a neighborhood, right?
Yes.
So everybody in that neighborhood would have seen this grouping of police officers coming into Richard Allen's house and conducting the search.
Objection. Calls for speculation, Judge.
Sustained.
How many times has that box been opened that has the gun in it, do you know?
Without looking at the property record receipt, it'd be hard for me to tell, but I would say it's been open more than I've opened it twice. That's the second time I've opened it, and I know it's been open one other time to do the analysis, so at least 3 times.
So this doesn't tell you, whatever is in this box, on this box, written on this box, doesn't tell you how many times it's been opened, does it?
I mean, it does, but it's hard to read. It's hard to explain.
I see one signature on here, chain of possession, I see one signature.
Yeah, we don't use that.
Judge, may we approach?
Yes.
Sidebar conference conducted.
Judge, we've stipulated to the chain of custody for the firearm.
Why are we doing this? There's a stipulation, it is an agreement of the parties.
Why did we get to? Into the.
We did stipulate to the chain of custody, but we are allowed to talk about, on closing argument, whether or not somebody could have opened it. We can stipulate to the, there's 2 different concepts there.
No, you're not. When you stipulate to chain of custody, you're stipulating that there is an unbroken, appropriate, real chain of custody. And now claiming that it isn't is not a stipulation.
All right.
Judge, I would ask the court to at least admonish the jury that the parties have stipulated as to the chain of custody.
I will.
Thank you, Judge.
Sidebar conference concluded.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would advise you, as members of the jury, that the parties have stipulated to the proper chain of custody of this evidence. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Betsy Blair a credible witness?
I believe so, yeah.
Sarah Carbaugh a credible witness?
I believe all the witnesses are credible.
Saw 2 different people though, describe 2 different people.
Judge, I'm gonna object. This is outside the scope of direct.
Sustained.
Bullet in the photograph with somebody's hand this way, there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No.
In fact, when there's an important piece of evidence is a bullet, you would expect it to be photographed in many different ways once it's picked up from wherever it. McClelland, I'm gonna object to the form of the question, Judge.
Sustained.
Is there anything wrong with a photographer taking a photograph of a bullet in multiple positions?
Depends.
Can a bullet be damaged from photography?
It could be damaged by handling it and moving it. Dirt would fall off, skin cells would fall off. So if it's something that you believe may have DNA, you should probably limit the amount of time that you move it would be my.
But you do have to move the bullet at some point in time.
You do, but sometimes you can limit that movement by just putting it into the secured location, seal it, take it back, let the professionals or the experts, laboratory, do it.
So we should expect the lab, in this case, to have the full bullet, both front end, back end, and side?
I would say so, yes.
Okay. Thank you. No other questions.
Mr. McClelland.
No redirect, Judge. Thank you.
Does anybody on the jury have any questions for Lieutenant Holeman?
No response or indication from any juror.
No? All right. Thank you, Lieutenant. You may step down. And refresh my memory, ladies and gentlemen, that was the last witness of the day.
Judge, yes. The
Okay.
state would ask for a recess until tomorrow.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure, 'cause I knew the 6 of us talked about that, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, Judge.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the evidence that we have prepared for you for the day, so we're gonna take a little bit of an early evening. Again, while you're outside of the courtroom, please keep your minds open. Please don't form any opinions or conclusions about anything, since you will be in the company of the bailiffs, all 3 of the bailiffs, for the rest of the day and over in the evening. You can't discuss the case, so please don't do that. Please have a safe and a peaceful evening, and we'll see you all in the morning. Gentlemen.
All rise.
Jury out at 4:45 p.m.
And you may be seated until we can get the jury out of the building. Is there anything that we need to do outside the presence of the jury, Mr. McClelland?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rossi?
I don't think so, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. As soon as we get word from the bailiffs that we can let everybody out, we'll let everybody out, and we'll make the evidence available to the media.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you. Jody, you can go off the record.
Off record at 4:46 p.m.